Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Yes, hello and welcome back to On the Radar, right here on the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. I am, of course, AGT, your host. I hope you're all doing very well. And I do apologise that the On the Radar daily updates haven't been around for the last 3 days. I spent the weekend in a very remote village in Somerset, where there was little to no Wi-Fi available, so it just wouldn't have been good enough for you guys. But don't worry, we're back all this week now, and what a place to start off with this man right here. The man that we've all wanted for the whole summer has finally, as you can see, lifted the Champions League trophy at 29 years of age. It's a fantastic sight to see. Straight after the game, the Bayern Munich manager, Flick, was in a press conference, and he jokingly, when a journalist asked him the question about Thiago's future, he said, he told me he's staying, and then there was a lot of pause and then a very sarcastic laugh, and then he said, no, I don't know, and I think he doesn't know either. We'll have to wait and see what happens. And that's what is the latest. That was 11 hours ago. But Fabrizio Romano, the man that we've all been paying attention to as the ITK on Twitter this summer when it comes to gossip and rumours, he says now that there is a very good possibility that Liverpool can tie up the Thiago Alcantara deal. I mean, guys, let me know in the comments what you thought of Thiago's performance last night. He was absolutely incredible, I think. He just ran the game without having to sprint. I mean, I hardly saw this guy sprint last night. He gets the ball, plays it on, he breaks up the play, and he really is a player that would make us go to that next level, I believe. Let me know in the comments. Are we still as keen to get Thiago in as we once were? Hardcode, big fan of the show, says, what do you think about pre-season? Well, it was a great performance the other night against Stuttgart. We have another game tomorrow night against RB Salzburg. Be interested to see that. And then the pre-season continues with Liverpool and Arsenal on Saturday at Wembley in the Community Shield. And that is a kickoff at 4:30. So I'm really looking forward to that one. But I think the pre-season so far has been great. Leonard Reed says, yes, bro. What's good, my bro? Would you take Suarez as I would? The rumours that he wants to leave Barcelona. Well, to be honest, Hardcode, mate, I think if you're a decent player, everyone wants to leave Barcelona right now. You're looking at Messi, he'll probably go. I mean, these guys are 32, 33, 34 now. If I was Suarez, I'd probably give it one last roll of the dice in Europe, maybe a French league or an Italian league. I probably wouldn't come back to the Premier League if I was Suarez. Or I'd go out to America or China or something like that. So, guys, please let me know in the comments, are we still absolutely 100% certain that we want Thiago Alcantara? We all saw his majestic performance last night. Actually, one of the players of the evening for me. I did think he deserved the man of the match gong. Jemba says, I would be livid if Liverpool don't go for Thiago. Technically, he's better than what we have in midfield, and it's an absolute steal. Bro, I've been saying this for the longest time. Thiago, even at 29 million, is an absolute bargain. It's $1 million per year that he has. He's only 29. He's still got, I'd say, 3 or 4 more years at the very top. I mean, you look at Suarez, Messi, Lewandowski. These guys are 32, 33 now. Suarez probably 34, and I think Ronaldo's 35. So if them guys can do it, then Thiago, and he's just an unreal player. We need to get him through the doors. The second person I'm speaking about today is Ismaili Sarr. There was some reports on TalkSport, Kevin Kilbane, saying that Liverpool can use Sarr as a backup to the front three. He currently thinks that Sarr would be a more interesting option to bring off the bench instead of Divock Origi. The only thing is with this, guys, they're asking for 50 million. They're slapping a 50 million price tag on Sarr. I just do not think that this will happen this window. Claudia T, morning, Alex. I'm not certain, but would love him at LFC. Hello, Claudia. Good morning to you. AP Gunner says, Thiago to Arsenal? Absolutely no chance for LF. We can't get Thiago, and there's no way Arsenal are getting him either. So there he is, Ismaili Sarr, rated at £50 million. Can we see this being a realistic option for Liverpool this summer? Don't forget, we've still probably got around 4 to 5 weeks of the transfer window left. So listen, guys, as we've seen in the past 10 years, a lot of these deals do happen, unfortunately, on the last day, if not the last hour, if not the last minute, available in transfer windows. So let's not get too caught up if we haven't signed anyone really big in the next 2 or 3 weeks, because there is still that crazy week or so in the final period of the transfer window where everyone just goes out and gets everyone they can. So don't worry if we haven't signed any of these players by 2 weeks time. AP Gunner says no chance, he's just 30 mil. Absolutely he's 30 mil, but what you've got to remember, AP Gunner, is that you guys have just spent rightly 30 million on a centre back. Do Arsenal need another player like Sarr? Absolutely not. Would you need more defenders? Absolutely. So I'd say concentrate on getting the defence sorted first before you dip into the market and buy another creative, quick midfielder. I mean, if he's not just another Pepe, then you can, you can correct me wrong, but I genuinely do not believe that Arsenal will get Thiago, and I do not believe that Arsenal will pay anything over 30 million for any of their players that they get now. The Anfield Talk says, hello, mate. Are you worried about Arsenal hijacking the deal? And personality, Arsenal ain't hijacking no deal. Yeah, they ain't going to hijack nothing. Please don't worry about that. David says, if we go for Liverpool, we're likely to break the homegrown rules unless we want a smaller squad allowance next year. Hardcode says there's strong rumours that Liverpool want to sell Divock Origi. I mean, those rumours have been circling for some time now, you have to admit. Jemba as well says Liverpool are not willing to pay 25 million for Thiago, who would be an automatic starter. So how in the world would we then pay 50 million for Sarr, who would be a backup? Impossible. This comment right now is the comment of the morning so far. That just sums it up for me. There's no way I can even read articles about us spending 50 million on Sarr when I can see that we can get Thiago for 30, who would genuinely resolve a lot of problems in the Liverpool midfield. I think we should get Partey. Yeah, I think Arsenal do need a Partey type player. You've seen how our Liverpool have been with Fabinho since he's come in 2 years ago. Arsenal have been crying out for a Partey type midfielder ever since really Abu Dhabi got injured and Paddy Vieira left Arsenal. We really have needed that type of player since then. Could you see Flick as our next manager? Do you know what? Obviously, he was an assistant to Joachim Löw throughout the Germany World Cup winning campaign in 2014. So he obviously comes from, incredible pedigree. And it's rare actually that a number two has such a seamless transition into first team management. You've seen the stats last night. They haven't lost in 2020. I think they've gone 21 games in a row winning. And these are the kind of numbers that Liverpool were putting together towards the end of last season and the start of this season. I say this season, it was last season now. And you can see in his press conferences, he's very laughy. He's a light-hearted kind of guy. And you know what? In terms of the personality traits, Claudia, I could see someone like Flick as our next manager. Very similar to Klopp in the way that he conducts himself in press conferences. He's very hands-on with the players. He loves giving them a hug and a squeeze from behind, as you've seen with the trophy celebrations last night. So yeah, there is actually a lot of similarities between Flick and Klopp. Maybe it's the German thing, I don't know. But I could actually see him as being our next manager. However, do I want Klopp to leave? No. Do I want Klopp to stay forever? Yes. A hard code. I'm sick and tired of people saying that Liverpool don't have much money when we do. Has made so much from winning the league when we have loads of money to spend. Absolutely agreed. Siam says he was supposed to take off his Bayern top, unveiling his LFC jersey he had underneath immediately after the final whistle. Edwards and come out. I mean, I know you're only joking there. There's no way that I would agree with the phrase Edwards and co out. There's no way I would agree with that. But I guess you are joking, and it's a funny joke. Thank you. The Anfield Talk says we should get Wilfred Boney. I mean, we should get Wilfred Boney. I'm not too sure about that. I don't know how old the geezer is now, but yeah, not for me, that one. AP Gunner, when is the Community Shield? It's 4:30 on Saturday. You can find it on BT Sports, and the Anfield Talk chucks in a few laughing faces as well. Bayern have 6 Champions League trophies, the same as us. The reason why PSG want to win yesterday. Yeah, I mean, that was the sly undertone to yesterday's game. obviously, to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of PSG. I do think they're obviously incredibly talented individually, but will they win a Champions League? I just can't see it. I think they're a team of individuals. If you look at someone like Neymar, last night, as soon as he didn't get his way, he's throwing his arms up in the air, he's getting booked for diving, he's taking people out because he's frustrated. He is not the type of player that I want in my team. I'm sorry. I know he's unreal, and yes, he is an absolutely unreal footballer, but he's not the person that I would ever want at Liverpool. You can correct me on that if you're wrong, but I'd never want Neymar at Liverpool. But yes, it does mean that because PSG didn't win it, Bayern won it, and now they have 6 Champions League trophies, which is the same as us. You look at the top 4 in Europe, I think it's Real Madrid #1, then AC Milan with 7, and then Liverpool and Bayern Munich are now both on 6 Champions Leagues, which is an absolutely incredible achievement if you think about it, for us to be level with Bayern Munich, or actually for Bayern Munich to be level with us. How about that? Hardcode says, I would take Cavani from PSG for free as he's world class. Absolutely, someone we should be looking at as a backup. AP Gunner, you're meant to say, when is Arsenal getting slapped? Not when is the Community Shield. Buy Arsenal for the Community Shield. Actually, a quick one for AP Gunner. This Wednesday, I will be outside Wembley at Box Park doing a match preview with Robbie and Troops. And then also I'm going to be taking part in the super fan panel debate of Liverpool versus Arsenal, and that will be at Wembley as well on Wednesday. So you can expect to see that on Arsenal Fan TV come, I'd say Thursday, that will be online. And I'm going to need all of you guys backing me up in the comments, because it is a very much a Liverpool panel versus an Arsenal panel. So you can imagine Troops is going to be shouting his head off. So I am going to need a bit of backup and support. Liverpool got slapped last time, mate, Jemba. I mean, yes, you beat us last time, AP. You did. But you have to remember that the way you beat us was 2 defensive mistakes from us, and you punished us, which is very fair enough. I think you had 3 shots the whole game. And we definitely gave you that game. So don't go on like we got slapped, because we didn't. We gave you it. And we'll see who gets slaps this weekend. We have to win the CL this year. I'd agree. I'd love us to go very far in this trophy again last year. Seeing them, PSG and Bayern playing last night was actually a bit of a mad one, because if you think about it, Reds, the last 2 European finals have had Liverpool in. So it's actually quite weird to see a Champions League final with no Liverpool. Was that just me, or was that you guys as well? Let me know in the comments. And if you're watching this, please, guys, give it a like, give us a comment as well. Let's boost those numbers up. We've just passed 1.5k on the channel, so I'm really excited about that. Let's keep pushing. Faris says, I make Liverpool videos. Please check my channel. Everyone go and check Faris out. The Anfield Talk says we have to win the Champions League this year. Completely agree. And Hardcode would take Silva from PSG on a free. Personally, I wouldn't. I do think we still need a backup centre-back. We still need a midfielder, and we still need a backup striker, I think, or an attacking player to play on the wings. I think once we've got all of those in the bag, we really are something to be taken very seriously next season, even more so than we were this season and the last season. Jemba says, we got slapped in the inconsequential game whilst we were high on the booze after securing the title. When did you last win it? Great comeback there from Jemba. The Anfield Talk says, is there even a debate between Arsenal and Liverpool? Not really. Right, guys, so just to round up the on-the-radar names today, we had Thiago, who, according to Fabrizio Romano, is now closer to joining Liverpool than he was before the Champions League final. I think this is the thing that we've all been waiting for, is for this final to finish, which now means that Thiago can be free to come to Liverpool. And that's what we all hope. Listen, we've heard the stories that there's been a fee agreed. We've heard the stories that he's picked a house and he said goodbye to his teammates. Let's hope and pray now that all those stories will come to fruition as being true. And we do see Thiago swap that red shirt of Bayern for the red shirt of Liverpool. He already looks great in red, so there's no need to change the colours. And one thing, hilarious thing that we found out last night is that obviously Felipe Coutinho won the Champions League last night with Bayern Munich, which also means Barcelona have to give us an extra £5 million Isn't that just brilliant? Don't you just love Michael Edwards and his contract terms? Absolutely fantastic. And of course, we spoke about Ismail Mar as well, who has been slapped on with a £50 million price tag. I'm not too sure if that's worth it for him. Claudia T says, get Thiago in now. And there's one final comment here from David, who says, Fabrizio Romano is a subpar indie Kyler, who used to be the ITK on Twitter, as we all know. Right, guys, 16 minutes of On the Radar today. Don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow. Plenty of content coming out on Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to be outside Anfield later on in the week for an On the Radar special with James Redmond as